Hey guys, this is Alex Albrand. Thanks for coming back to my channel. In this video, I want to talk about the number one aspect of being an exceptional leader, which is all about resourcefulness, right? So many people I talk to, they say, I don't have the resources to grow my business, or I don't have the resource I need to even start my business. And I like to break down to people how being resourceful is the number one asset of any entrepreneur or anybody that's growing, even if they're in a company or anything, even the president of the United States, they have to be resourceful. And so in this video, I want to share a few examples of my own life, my own business, how I didn't have the resources traditionally. I didn't have money, but I was resourceful. And even as I grew my business, I stayed with the mindset that how can I be resourceful with my time, right? My focus, my energy, my commitment, my loyalty. None of those things cost any money, but they can have a massive effect on not just your business, but your finances and how you conduct your life. And of course, as a leader, you influence and impact other people. So in this video, I want to break that down step by step for you. When I started my company, I was 18 years old. I didn't have resources. I didn't have money. So I said, okay, I have a car, right? It's worth about $5,000. I was driving to college. I was driving to Starbucks. I was driving to the gym. So I said, okay, I could go to college online, which will give me more time to focus on my business. I can take my bike to Starbucks, or my little Walmart bike. I can drive that to Starbucks to do my work 7 days a week. I can ride my bike to the little local community gym, and I can sell that car. I don't need it anymore. I can take the money, put it into my business. And again, people might think, oh, but you're getting resources. But I was willing to sacrifice my social life, my potential dating life, my even kind of fitness life, and all these other things that I wanted to do. My MMA, boxing, I used to love doing it, but I said I would rather ride my bike to anywhere I needed to go. And besides that, I would rather take that money, put into my business and grow. That didn't take money to make that decision. It took the courage and the commitment to say, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to grow my business. So I'm willing to sell my mode of transportation. It was only worth $4,000 or $5,000. I was willing to sell that car, put everything I had into my business and grow. So again, that took no resources to do. Most people have a car, right? They have nice purses. Instead of maybe investing in their business, they take $4,000 or $5,000. They go on a cruise, right? They go on a vacation. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I am saying at certain points in your life and your business, you have to make these key decisions. And that's why most people, they want to start a business, they want to have the success, but they don't want to make the sacrifice. And so that's just one example of many. Another example of being resourceful was when I somehow found a Tony Robbins live event. It was free, which again, that's being resourceful. Right? I think he charges $5,000 a ticket nowadays. And so back in the day, I was somehow able to go to a free kind of introductory live event. It was an amazing experience. I was so motivated by it. I was even afterward, I borrowed my sister's car to go to the event. I was driving on the beach in South Florida, and I was like, one day I'm gonna have a house on the water. It's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna grow this business. At the time, I was making $3,000 a month, right? So logically, if you look at my situation, then I shouldn't have been thinking like that. Because again, I'm saying I shouldn't have been thinking like that, but I made the decision, I made the choice to think big, right? To think, okay, well, if someone like him can kind of come from the same situation and build his business and build his brand, I could do something similar, right? There's no reason why if he can do it, I can do it. That's resourcefulness. That's a choice. It didn't cost me any money to go to the event. It didn't cost me any money to think big, right? To think, okay, out loud, I'm going to do this. I can make this happen. So many people would have watched that event and think, oh, I had a great time, but I can't do that. He's lucky, or he had connections, or they make these excuses and they focus on the reasons why it's not going to work for them. And they might have said, you know what? I'm making $3,000 a month in my little business. Let me just get a job. I can work at the airport. I can make $5,000 a month tomorrow. Those are the ones that look 10 years from now and think, oh, wow, what if I would have made that decision? I took a left when I should have taken a right. Look at the 99% of people and think, okay, they're thinking a certain way. I'm not going to subscribe to that. I'm going to think completely differently, which in the beginning, it makes you look like an outcast because you're thinking big, but you have no money, right? You're not making a lot of money. So sometimes people look at you like you're crazy. They're like, oh, why would you not rather work at, again, the airport or some kind of, dead-end job, make your $4,000 a month. You're making 25% more than you're making now in your little business. But they're not thinking about the future, right? They don't have the vision. And that, again, didn't cost me any money. So I'm trying to drill into you guys. Think about your own business. Think about your life. Think about how, hey, if you don't have the money, What resources elsewhere can you tap into? Can you focus your weekend time on growing your business? What if you invest 25 hours a week into one idea instead of 1 hour per week on 10 different ideas? That's resourcefulness. And so that's just one more example of, again, without money, I was able to think big, take that inspiration, take action on it. And that's a big part of why I'm here today. So when you have money as you grow your business, you don't stop being resourceful. If anything, that's the best combination. You have the money and you stay hungry, you stay loyal, you stay wanting to help people and doing things that doesn't require money, combining those things. That's what helps people go from a startup entrepreneur to a big business and being really, really successful as leaders. And so this story, to wrap up this video, is about how I have a client, big client, amazing guy. You know, I love his family and we're friends. You know, him and his family were coming to Miami, where I live, South Florida. They were flying from the West Coast, red eye. Anybody that's flown a red eye knows that means no sleep, you're very uncomfortable. Red eye from the West Coast to South Florida. They got in at like 6 or 6:30 a.m. They had a cruise boarding at like 4 or 5 p.m. So without me, they were just gonna be at the airport for like 10 hours, not sleeping, uncomfortable, and it would have been a very bad start to their vacation. But I said, okay, it's not gonna cost me a lot of money. It was a Saturday. It's not gonna cost me money. It might just take my Saturday and of course some time to say, let me go pick them up from the airport, bring them to my country club in Miami. Let's go to the pool, or let's have breakfast, let's maybe play a little golf, let's just hang out, and maybe you guys can take a nap by the pool, or I get some rest. They have, you know, him, his wife, and 3 kids. And I was like, again, that was just me going above and beyond. That didn't really take a lot of money. Yes, I have the country club. I could have taken them anywhere else though. It took being resourceful and thinking, how can I deepen this relationship? How can I add value to him, do something for him that's not gonna require me asking for something in return? It was totally worth it because it deepened the relationship. We had a great time and I didn't ask of anything in return. I just said, hey, here's value. Hope you guys have a great cruise. And that was it. But 6 months later, he connected me with another person that's in this kind of YouTube space who has in the last 12 months probably referred me $1 million plus of business in the last 12 months. So imagine over the next 10 years. And so it seemed like a little thing. Okay, I'm just gonna pick him up, you know, show him a good time and bring him back to the cruise port. But that was me being resourceful. That didn't take a lot of money. I keep saying that. It took me thinking intentionally, right? How can I add value? How can I, again, be resourceful, help him out, and not expect anything in return and deepen the relationship? And now I'm so tight with him. I have a lot of great relationships that somebody with $100,000 couldn't go to any of my friends and say, oh, let me go on your channel or let's do business, because they don't have the trust. They're trying to buy their way in, where yes, I have money now, but I also have the resourcefulness and the relationships. And so the whole idea behind this video is thinking, you've seen I've stayed resourceful. When I had no money, when I had maybe some money, and when I have some, you know, more money now, I've stayed resourceful. And so in your life, in your business, whether you don't have a business, whether you're working in a company, you can still be a leader, and being a leader requires resourcefulness. And so that was the whole point of this video. And again, if you're starting a business, you don't have a lot of money, you have all these other resources at your disposal. It's up to you to really recognize that, focus on them, maximize them, and of course, do it for a consistent time. And I think you'll be happy with the results. If you have any questions, comment below. Always, thank you for watching, like and subscribe. Have a great day.